Watch what crappens, watch what crappens. Who cares what happens when there's so much that crappens? Crappens, crappens, crappens. Watch what crappens, watch what crappens. Who cares what happens when there's so much that crappens? Watch what crappens, watch what crappens. Who cares what happens when there's so much that crappens? Hello and welcome to Watch What Crappens, a podcast about all that crap on Bravo that we just love to talk about. I'm Ben Mandelker, and joining me today is Mr. New Year's himself. It's Ronnie Karam. Hi, Ronnie. How are you?
Well, hello. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Oh, my God. Oh, feels good to be back, be reunited with my work husband. God, we were away from each other for so long.
I know we were, and a few things have changed since we've been gone. Okay. I came into the new year with a new little scab on my nose. That's from dropping the iPad on my nose in bed in 2022. So it's just a little reminder of who I was. Yeah. Also, I'm now a thumb ring person. Okay, got a thumb ring.
Wow, look at you.
Because it's the only thing I could find to fit on my hand. Okay. I was like, guess what? I'm going to be a ring person this year. That's it. Everything's totally different now. People look at me different. People treat me different. People open the door for me. They're like, oh, my God, it's a ring. And they open the door.
You know what, though? They would have treated you that way anyway, because Ronnie, a wise woman once said, the ring didn't mean a thing. Anyway, we are back. Things are so exciting around here because today is Tuesday, January 3rd, and tomorrow, January 4th, we are announcing our new tour dates for 2023. So excited about this tour. It's going to be amazing. The announcement is tomorrow. I think, do tickets go on sale tomorrow or Friday? I think they may go on sale on Friday. Either way, stay tuned. The announcement is tomorrow, not this moment. It's going to be amazing. We are going to some new cities. We're going to be going to some cities we haven't been to in a while. We're going to some of our classic cities. It's going to be excellent. So that announcement will be tomorrow, 10 a.m. Pacific. So just stay tuned to our social media. On Twitter, we're at What Crappens. On Instagram, we're at Watch What Crappens. I'm sure we'll be plastering it everywhere and announcing it on this very own podcast very soon. But anyway, we are so excited to be going back on the road. And thank you for everyone's patience. A lot of people have been saying, when are you guys going back on the road? So thanks for being patient with us. It's all happening. It's all happening. So psyched about that. Also, we have so much content coming up this week. Wow. We did sort of a catch up of Miami yesterday for some of the episodes. Because the thing is that Peacock dropped 1 million episodes on us right as we're going out on break. So that was frustrating, but we've been watching. I'm obsessed with this season. We're going to be recapping. Another recap will be out later today. We'll be recapping the brand new episode later this week. So we got all that stuff. So if you're wondering what's going on with Miami, we are playing catch up and we will be caught up by the end of the week.
Yeah, we'll be doing episodes. We'll be just talking a little bit about episode 5 and then doing a full episode. No, that's not true. 6. And then we'll do a full recap of 7. Those will be out today. And then this week we'll have a fresh recap of the Thursday episode when it comes back. So calm down. It's going to be there. Okay. But you know what? It was worth it. That's it.
It was. It's so good. Also, this is Crappens on Demand. Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone on Patreon. Patreon.com/WatchWhatCrappens. Go sign up there. You can watch us, not just listen to us. You can see the thumb ring. You can see Ronnie's new personality on his thumb. Right there. Thumbs up. And I think that's like all the big stuff that I can think of off the top of my head. Right, Ronnie? I think that's everything, right? Today we're doing Potomac. I guess, should we just dive into it? I don't even remember how to podcast, Ronnie. Like, what am I doing? How does this work?
Potomac. Potomac is season 7, episode 12. It's called a mic drop. And I guess it was referring to Mia doing like a mic drop where she didn't really drop the mic or reveal anything worthy of a mic drop. But you know what? Yeah. I'll take it. Yeah. Because it was Karen playing, I believe we played this place in DC, right?
Yeah, we did. We did
Karen
2 shows there.
Saying, I'm the first non-comedian to play the improv. Karen, you're such a damn liar. Okay. But God, the woman can toot her own horn. So,
She certainly can.
good for you, self-tutor.
I guess she forgot about Reza doing stand-up at the Improv, and Kristen Doty also. Reza stand-up, bitch be like, there's like a woman in traffic, and bitch be like driving slow.
Asian people can't drive, am I right? It's like,
Bitch
wow,
be like,
good one,
hurry
Reza.
up. I would argue that was also a non-comedian at the Improv.
But it wasn't a
let alone
non-Persian.
Don't forget Slade. Slade also has his famous blurred out anti-Vicky bit at the Improv too.
I was just surprised that there wasn't the first ever crack your back a lack in the DC Improv. My family has started an empire.
Hey fam, we just opened up the joint at the Improv. It's Joint X Improv Collab.
Hey fam. Let's see.
Ronnie, I do want to point out something very important happened at the top of this episode.
What?
Which is that we saw footage of flowers and it did not fade to black and white.
Oh my God, the positivity. It's just growing all over the place.
Right. New year, new me, new Potomac.
Well, like a 3-wick candle, I burn slow, never waver, and rain all the time. It's like, what? What's that opening line mean? I can't ever figure out her opening line on this show. I write it down every week.
Yeah.
Like a 3-wick, I go strong.
Like a 3-wick candle, I fly like an eagle. Like what?
Like a 3-wick candle, we have savings in every aisle from now till Friday.
I'm like, are you reading a circular? Is that
No.
a Caldor circular you're reading?
Now, my first note is Improv Comedy Club, which actually makes sense. It's a misspelling, but I would go see Karen at somewhere called the Improbable.
Improv. It's kind of like the mission statement for the entire network. Improbable. Karen is doing her best to just steal everything from Countess Luann. She is just grafting Countess Luann's entire storyline, including standing by her own poster and taking a photo with it outside the DC Improv. I mean, one of Countess Luann's most iconic later season moments that ever happened was her at her own poster taking photos. So Karen just fully doing the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's balls too, because standing next to a completely painted over picture. I mean, I don't even know if it's considered filtered anymore when you have to hire street painters to come actually spray paint a different person over your image. But to stand next to a filtered image of yourself is balls, I gotta say.
Yeah, and let's not overlook the fact that this is called Karen and Friends, or La Dame and Friends, whatever it is, but it's still literally the Countess Luann thing. And Countess Luann's thing is already a ripoff of who knows what. But I just respect Karen so much for having the balls just to go for it, you know?
Yeah, and to rip off like somebody else's idea is one thing, but to just rip off the idea and then have enough courage to not rip off talent from anybody before showing up. I mean, God bless you. God bless you, both of you.
And I like that she makes like a lateral move with her ripping off. Like, I feel like most people, if you're going to rip off someone, you're going to like go to the next tier above or several tiers above and rip off that. Like, I'm surprised Karen did not be like, oh, it's my new album called Limeade. And it's like, But she's like, no, I'm just going to just go horizontally to Countess Luann, you know?
Hugo Mack. I've been chasing snowfalls.
Huber Mac.
Don't stop having thoughts about tomorrow. Tell me untruths, tell me little untruths.
I'm a peach, I'm a lover, I'm a 3-week undercover. So she shows up with Ray, and she's like, oh, look, Ray, my poster. And he's like, this is exciting. Ray, get back on the tubes, okay? You're not supposed to take your own tubes out of your arm. Go home and put your feet up. Okay?
So Karen is like, one thing I learned is that you just like Ray getting across the living room, you gotta crawl. And one thing I've learned about Robin and Giselle is that you gotta crawl before you walk. Which is true.
She also tells him, the next installation, babe. I think she was trying to say like the next iteration or the next chapter or something. But I liked her. Yeah. Next installation, babe.
It's like an installation because Karen is basically like a performance artist. She's like a full performance artist experience.
She has no idea what the show is, okay? And neither does Matt, really. Because I feel like Matt just went to a lot of gay bars and was like, oh my God, you're fabulous. I know a Real Housewife. Show up at this place. And that was it.
Right. Yeah. So she's like, well, I'm excited to do my thing. And then Ray goes, yeah, whatever that is. She goes, yes, whatever that is. And Matt, you want to talk about that? You want to talk about what my thing is a little bit?
She literally goes, yes, whatever my program is. Oh, well, I know what my program is. Matt, what's my program?
Putting on Fabletics. Yes, Fabletics. And also getting
drag queen. There's a drag, of course, drag queens.
Throwing out chicken from the fridge. Yes, of course. We're going to have a whole segment. We'll bring a fridge up onto the stage. I'll throw out all the chicken.
Vacuuming.
Dirty bird.
Vacuuming. Was the drag queen vacuuming, Matt? No, just somebody else. Can we have the drag queen vacuum? Great. Producer credit, IMDb's.
Now, can we make sure that the drag queen does not come dressed like a lady chicken? Because that would be really against my brand.
So the producer asked Karen, so whose idea was all of this, yours or Matt? She goes, oh, it was my idea. Make no mistake, though. Matt is my producer. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, producer.
Yeah, so basically it's all Matt's idea. And Karen's like, well, the other thing is that it's June 1st, and that kicks off Pride Month. Oh, Pride! Dildos for everyone. Am I right? Not in the shape of chickens.
And I love that she says the whole show is ready to go, but then she goes, well, one thing I want to discuss is very important. Love. Are you in it? Are you out of it? Are you on the grinder? Are you not on the grinder? Butt sex or butt cake sex? Is a hole, or is it just a hole in the cake? Or is this flying out of me, these ideas? Flying out.
Yeah, clearly she had said to Matt, I want to do a show about love. And he goes, great. I'm going to get a drag queen. Okay. And then we're going to have a musical performance. And then we'll talk about Grindr. And then Ray will come up and he'll show us some dances. Okay, but it'll be about love, right? Yeah, totally.
Costco chicken samples. Do they make you horny or just feel dirty because you're eating dirty bird?
So Ray's like, he's like, so Grindr, am I supposed to know what that is? He's like, I think I know. Is that considered underground or not? She's like, no, it's above ground. It's an above ground. Have you never heard of a sandwich before? A Grindr, of course. Everyone knows that. That's totally legal, Ray.
And he's like, it was rumored Michael was on the Grindr. Didn't someone say that? I like that he's such a supportive husband. He even remembers all of the shitty things that Karen says to people. Like Karen's greatest disses,
Yeah. She goes, well, your wife said that. I did. And he's like, so this isn't going to be a Grindr party, is it? And she's like, well, if it turns into a Grindr party, I'm okay with that. You got to be ready. I was like, well, girl, you better be careful what you ask for, because I've never been to a Grindr party, but I can just, I saw a tweet this weekend that said, from a gay guy that said, oh my God, I lost my shorts in the dark room and had to take a Uber home wearing a jock strap with my shirt wrapped around my waist. And I was like, I think that's like basically what I think of a Grindr party is.
Yeah, I'm not invited to those. So, I hope it is a Grindr party. It would be nice to see Darby in here. At least once. Like, you don't get to just not be on the season, sir. Okay, I know we all hate you, but that's the whole point. It's like Cruella not showing up to kill the damn Dalmatians. Someone's got to kill them. Without Cruella DeVille, there would be 9 million Dalmatians running around the world. I need Michael Darby. Put him on the stake.
Without Cruella, it would just be called A Large Number of Dalmatians of an Inconsequential Number, because no one is requesting an order to make a jacket.
That's true. By the way, Cruella, the remake, nice try, but you're not going to tell me that, oh, the real truth is Cruella's nice. Go fuck yourself, movie. I know that's not a very current go fuck yourself, but I just remembered that I sat through 2 hours of that. So
I feel great about that.
Yeah, you can't just say, oh my God, Cruella's so nice. No, she's not. She's an evil bitch who doesn't apologize, and the movie shouldn't either. How dare you? Walt Disney just rolled around in his Dalmatian-covered grave.
Yeah, and I have to say, I mean, I love Emma Stone, but shouldn't that have been Jessica Lange? And I don't care if it's supposed to be like, oh, Cruella when she was 20. Jessica Lange can play 20. I don't care. It's called digital stuff. Okay, I just saw Top Gun, and you're going to tell me there wasn't CGI on Tom Cruise's face and his body? Okay, they could do it for Jessica Lange. All for the Cruellas, Jessica Lange. Thank you very much.
Agreed. If they can make Karen Huger look the way she does on that poster outside the Improv, they can make Jessica Lange fit as Cruella at 20.
It's the role she was literally born to play. Okay, like if you see Jessica Lange, she's like walking a Dalmatian just to give the people the hint. Like, any thoughts on casting anyone?
You need more crying though if it's her, because she's always like, like that's her thing on American Horror Story. She's always a villain, but she still cries like through every scene.
Now, you know what I'd like to see? Jessica Lange and friends at the DC Improv. That's what I'd be into.
No, you know what I want to see? Jessica Lange playing Karen Huger, doing Karen Huger and Friends.
In a non-offensive way. No blackface, please.
Right, just the acting. Character based on.
Interpretation. Yes.
So then we go to Gordon and Mia pretending they actually even know these children. Are these
Speaking
extras?
Of performances, yeah.
Are these children extras? Because I still don't believe they have anything to do with this couple.
It's like, I know books don't have price tags the way dresses have price tags, but I kind of feel like this book had that price tag. That's like, you just bought this 2 hours ago. You're like, oh shoot, we gotta shoot a scene with the kids. Do we read goodnight stories to the kids? No. Okay. Well, let's get a book and see what happens.
Yeah, they may not have price tags, but I'll bet if you put their heads in front of a scanner, it would beep.
So they're reading this story, and it's basically like, and that's when the person realized his back had never felt any better. And for a free 1-month membership of the Joint Chiropractic, call 1-800-555-HEY-FAM. Good night, kids.
And then Jessica Rabbit took off her top to serve someone a medium rare steak and said, "Hi, fam." The end.
And so Minnie Mouse and Donald, what's Donald Duck's girlfriend's name again? Lady Duck.
Daisy.
What?
Daisy Duck, or as I
Daisy
like to
Duck.
call her, Hi, Duck fam.
Little known fact, Minnie and Daisy share everything, almost including Goofy, but they've never done that. The end, fam.
So she's like, well,
Go to bed and we can wake up in the morning and do special pancakes.
stop trying to reinvent pancakes over there, okay? Every housewife we've seen this season makes shit pancakes. That includes you. That includes Lisa from Real Housewives of Miami, who makes those embarrassing concoctions that she calls pancakes. Just because you shove syrup all over it does not turn it into a pancake, okay?
Yeah.
And someone actually messaged us and said they think that's the South Beach diet pancake, which that's hilarious that that's what you're serving to your children. God bless you, Miami. Now,
Yeah.
that's neither here nor there.
Special pancakes to me sounds like they are either edibles or some sort of nefarious thing. A
Really
special
talented pancake. It's like a pancake that can play like violin just by hearing a song. It like knows how to do it. It's like
It's the Jessica Lange of pancakes.
Here
Pancakes and
I am,
friends.
just me, a pancake, all alone, a special pancake, and I'll get all of you. It's like, okay, Jessica Lange pancake. Calm it down.
Maybe it's me. Maybe I've been looking for all of my life. Thank you. That was the theme song to Tootsie. Jessica.
I go walking after midnight. Okay, Patsy Cline, Jessica Lange pancake.
Blue skies, nothing but blue skies. Sorry, that's the song Blue Skies, unrelated to my film Blue Sky, for which I won an Oscar. Thank you very much, Jessica Lange.
Commercials. Here comes one right now.
So we get the sound of a ding-dong to announce a ding-dong. Jacqueline comes over, and she's like, honey, I'm home. And Mia's like,
Girl, where are you coming from? You look hot. Doesn't she, Gordon? You look hot.
Hey, should we pop open some gentleman wine?
There's a whole bunch of chatter about opening up some wine, and then like I think Jacqueline or maybe Mia picks up a wine bottle that's like gentleman wine. It's like, oh no, don't open up the gentleman wine, that's for the gentleman. And then Jacqueline's like, well, I need a gentleman in my life. That's your cue, Mia, to start the scene. Okay, Mia, start it.
Well, apparently you do, because according to my Jessica Lange special pancake this morning and everybody else in town, my gentleman is your gentleman.
yeah, according to you, you dipshit, okay? Mia and Jacqueline spreading all this stuff about themselves and then acting so horrified that people are like, wait, are they fucking? You've insinuated you're fucking 30 times.
Yeah, and she tells us,
Jacqueline is like our sister wife without benefits. Like a s'more, chocolate, marshmallow, and graham cracker on the outside. And Gordon's the graham cracker. I'm like, literally, you just mashed together two metaphors and neither one of them makes sense on their own.
Mia.
A sister wife without the benefits is just a friend. A sister.
It's a sister wife. I mean, I have TLC. What's the benefit there, okay? I think the term sister wife automatically implies there's no benefit.
There's no benefit.
Okay? According to TLC, like, what do you win? That fucking Play-Doh with a wig? Like, no, there is no winning in this, okay? One husband's hard enough. I mean, yeah. Anyway, point is, that's TLC and it's gross.
Apparently.
So, yeah.
S'mores, yeah, there's graham crackers and sometimes pancakes.
So, like, keep this woman away from s'mores or anything that's supposed to taste good.
Or just metaphors in general. So
She's like, it's raining cats and pancakes outside.
So it's like, you can't even do that, right? So they all sit down on a sofa together, and like it's like a corner sectional, and Gordon's sitting on one side, Mia's sitting on another, and Jacqueline's in between. And then they all get like awkward about, or Gordon especially gets awkward about Jacqueline being in between and like closer to him, and etc. So they're all sort of like, what do we do? Like, how do we start the scene?
He said she's wait, okay. She goes, Jacqueline says, you want me to get close to you? Or are you scared? And Gordon's like, well, what's weird is that Jacqueline's in between us. Is that weird? And I don't know what he was doing. It's either he didn't want to be blocked out of the conversation, or he was saying like something sexual, like, the rumors are, don't you want me not to be sitting on top of the s'more, or whatever it was.
That's what I thought it was, the latter.
But then they didn't get it. They didn't get his sexual innuendo. So they're like,
What? Are we sitting in the wrong place?
yeah, where should I sit? Should I sit over there?
Yeah, where should we sit?
Should we sit? He's like, I meant.
But yeah, should we sit there? You should sit there. I'm gonna sit here. Oh my God, we're like two tea lights on a surf adventure.
Okay, Jacqueline, right now, I'm going to pretend you're a stack of brochures, and I'm just going to arrange you on the sofa to the left or to the right, fam.
And he finally gives up. He's like, don't worry about it. We're fine. The seating's fine.
So then Mia's like,
A lot of people don't know this, but Jacqueline's mother and my stepmom were best friends in high school, and I found a picture of her mom in my stepmom's photo album, and I find out that it was like 360. I was like, okay, I'm gonna be stuck with you forever.
So then, go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say, I love that she told that anecdote as if it had really any impact on anything, that Jacqueline's mom and her stepmom were friends at one point.
Girl, you both serve steak in the same place, and we all know it. Why are you trying to act like there's some yearbook out there that goes 360? Something was going 360, and it was you around a pole. And you should be proud of it. There's nothing to be ashamed of. You're the one making it shameful by she tells the truth, and then she tells all these lies. But the truth was fine. Like nobody cares
Right.
about, she makes it crazy. So, Jacqueline's like, Jacqueline's like, well, I don't play with G. You know that, right?
She's like, well, I saw you at the podcast. How are you feeling about the podcast?
And Jacqueline says, yeah, I mean, it was just so out of left field. Like, Giselle said she wanted to know about Mia's past. I mean, sure, we take showers because we're comfortable together and it's a great view. You know what I mean? And I know you feel the same way. Yeah, okay. You're fucking, or you take showers. Me and Ben are very comfortable together. We do not take showers together.
We don't
okay?
do that. It's not something we do.
That's just not something you do. Okay, it's weird.
Well, I mean, I don't think it's weird if they're taking showers together, honestly. But what I do think is funny is this came out of left field, as if Mia, when they're driving to the 7-Eleven to get a big gulp in Miami, is like,
Girl, something funny happened. Actually, like one time, my boyfriend had a big dick, so I had Jacqueline trying him out.
like she just like drops these random anecdotes that like no one cares about.
yeah.
And then she's like,
Why do they always want to talk about us? Oh my God, we took a shower by the window while production was downstairs.
you know, it's
I
like,
know. And then they tell everybody they like to share a bedroom and they like to take showers together. And then we see a clip of the building, where they were staying, the house that they were staying in. All of the blinds are closed. All of the windows are closed. So they went up to the shower. They opened, opened it just when they saw everybody down there, just so they can get it. And now they're like,
What? How did they know we take showers together? It's so weird.
It's so out of left field.
although actually that's an accurate metaphor.
And this is like so out of left ham.
This
That'd be
is
more
so out of left Sally Field.
God, I wish there was a left Sally Field and a right Sally Field, just Sally Field in stereo.
there are.
So
There is. There's like brothers and sisters Sally Field, which is the left Sally Field. I don't like that Sally Field. And then there's the right hand Sally Field, which is the soap dish Sally Field, which I love. And then the main empress of Sally Fields is the Steel Magnolia Sally Field. I guess that's the head Sally Field.
It's like
the full form.
s'mores with 2 hands and a head.
That's like the full Voltron Sally Field when you put all the little pieces together.
Yeah.
So Jacqueline, she's oh sorry. So then talking about showers, and Gordon's like, well, I want more showers with you, Mia, and Mia's like,
Well, no, because he showers with lukewarm water and it's hot.
and then Gordon gets like really upset. He's like, excuse me, I shower the same hot temperature as you. Like this is the line for Gordon apparently, like just clowning him for the temperature of his shower.
Well, also that he takes up the whole shower, she said. So they're fat shaming
didn't know
him
that part.
and body temperature shaming him.
I know temperature shaming is new for me.
Yeah, Gordon, they're not both having sex with you because they want to turn you on. It's like the only way they can have sex around you that turns them on. Take the hint, okay? Go sit by a fucking radiator while these two take a shower.
And then Jacqueline starts trying to explain it in the way that only guilty people explain things. She's like, well, I mean, actually, it makes sense because we're actually saving water, so it's actually more economical. And we like the heat at the same temperature. So we're just like doing it at the same heat and saving money. So it's like totally makes sense.
So Mia's like,
Yeah, all right, so let me tell you what happened. Well, I had too many cocktails at the beach party.
and Jacqueline's like, yeah. And they basically were like, did Mia buy your Porsche? And Gordon goes, why are they disrespecting you like that? And Jacqueline goes, I mean, yeah, like it's in my name. Yeah. Did you help me put a down payment on it because you knew I was in a difficult position trying to get out of a bad relationship and you helped me because you loved me? Sure. Like,
She's like, I did memorize that cover story.
so
I mean-
yes, he bought you the fucking Porsche. Yes.
I mean, I think anyone could go down to Just Tires and see that I have an account with them there for when I got a flat tire once. So clearly I bought the car. So, I mean, like, sure, did like Gordon pay for like 99% of it because I was going through a divorce and there was a hurricane and it did bad things to my hair at that time, even though it was in a different state. Sure. But you know what, though? Just Tires. Just Tires.
Yeah, also, what does that mean? Because I got out of a bad relation. I'm sorry you got out of a bad relationship. I guess I'll pick up lunch. I mean, are you fucking kidding? You got out of a bad relationship, so you need a Porsche? No, that's not how that works. I would take a shower with Ben before I bought him a Porsche. I'll tell you that right now.
Thank you. No, I take that as a compliment because that shows that you have good judgment. And if I'm gonna have a work husband, my work husband has to have good judgment. Here's what you get. First of all, you don't get a car when you get out of a bad relationship. But if you do get a car, I think it's probably like a Subaru, to be honest. Okay.
Yes, that's not.
Sensible,
you don't get a Porsche.
Yeah, sensible 4-wheel drive at all times. That's very empowering to feel like you could be like, no matter what you're doing, you're always in 4-wheel drive. You know, that's what you do, not a Porsche.
Yes, you get an upgraded Hyundai, for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
So then Gordon is like, well, Mia loves you. And Jacqueline goes, you don't love me? And he goes, well, I love you, but she loves you. And Mia goes,
He loves you because he knows I love you.
Yeah. And then, and basically they settle in on that all the other girls are jealous, you know?
Of course.
And that they're all jealous and they're all waiting to find out when Gordon can be their sugar daddy. So, which, yeah, I'm sure everyone is super excited for that in their lives.
Yeah, you know, when you're driving, that's when you really reminisce on the things you've done. You know what I mean? Good and bad. But that's when you really go over your day. There is no car on earth that is worth sitting behind while sitting at a stoplight and having the image of Gordon's sweaty face above me. Just like,
do nothing with this tongue.
I will fucking walk. Okay? I'll walk.
Yeah, please. So now we have Ashley.
Or just won't go. I'm not going to walk. We all know I'm not going to walk. I just won't go. I just won't go.
Uber. So now Ashley has continued to attempt to bring her friend Deborah into the fold. Continues with this next scene. She meets up with Deborah and two other women. These are her PYTs, pretty young things. And they have a group chat to remind themselves that they're all bad bitches. So I imagine there's a lot of Lizzo gifts and a lot of like, you're a bad bitch. You're a bad bitch. She said I was a bad bitch. And then on top of that, Lizzo came over and tried to hit on me. Okay, Deborah.
Little Meghan Trainor.
Oh my God, Meghan Trainor has a new song out. Have we talked about this? I can't.
Let me guess how it goes. I haven't heard it yet.
Yeah.
I'm hot. I'm so hot. You can't take it because I'm hot. Oh yeah, I'm hot.
Looks like a 50s beat with Meghan Trainor insisting that she's hot. Is it that?
Yeah, that's it pretty much. I don't even remember what the lyrics are, but it is a 50s beat, and it's definitely her being like, you think you want it, but you don't want it. and then I actually was driving in the car with one of my straight male friends, and I was like, ugh, I can't deal with Meghan Trainor. And he goes, really? Why not? And I go, this, like, if I'm going to have to listen, I would rather listen to Carly Rae Jepsen. Well, I say that as if it's bad to listen to Carly Rae Jepsen, but the point is this, like, why do we have Meghan Trainor when we could be having Carly Rae Jepsen all the time? All the time.
I think that's a fair point.
Thank you.
What was his answer?
He was like, really? And then I was like, let me play you some Carly Rae Jepsen. And I think I sold him on it, believe it or not.
You did? Was he like, but Carly Rae Jepsen, like, is she going to say she's hot yet? Because, like, I'm not going to listen to this unless it's a song.
I'm hot. You can't take it. Can you handle this? You can't because I'm hot. I'm hot.
Sorry that Carly Rae Jepsen's musical style takes place 70 years after Meghan Trainor's, but that's what it is.
So
she's a lovely person.
I can't believe that Giselle even came to this little dinner because she hates pretty young women. She hates them. I mean, she's so mean to them on the show. I mean, all we have to do is go back to season 1 and look how she treated Ashley.
Oh,
you know?
Yeah.
She notoriously hates them. And you know that she's there for some gossip because she's showing up to this thing and actually being nice to everybody.
Yeah, because not only is it a whole bunch of younger women, but it's also, she's just people that aren't on the show. And so she's like, I'm just here to get the tea, just so I can stir some shit up. So she joins in, and they have a lot of like chatter about how like, oh, they're all the pretty young things, but Giselle's like the pretty hot mama or something like that. So they're going to do some shots and everything. And then we start finding out more about the group, and we meet this girl, Jules, who has known Ashley for 12 years. And she's like, yeah, I remember when she and Michael started dating, and I was just like keeping an eye out for her, which is her way of saying like, I always thought he was trash, garbage person, disgusting. I can't believe she ever married him.
Yeah. What a ringing endorsement. She's like, yeah, I remember her posting when they were dating, and I thought to myself, she really needs to just do what's best for her. It's like, yeah, that's
because you're hot.
You're hot. So Giselle's like, well, I haven't seen you ladies since the spring fling charity party in the spring, summer, before spring, summer party. Yeah, we need clarity. Yeah. And Ashley's like, oh my gosh, everyone was pregnant when that party went down. And then we see a picture of them being like,
We're pretty young pregnant things. Yeah.
And then Deborah's like, yeah, so this is what happened. Okay, so I'm at the bar waiting for my drink, and then standing there, all of a sudden I see Chris, and he comes over and he's like,
we have to say what's going on the camera at the same time, because they keep cutting to what's really happening in the bar at this time. So she's like, yeah, then all of a sudden I see Chris, and Chris is like almost running into the camera, just blinking really hard like he's got something in his eye. He's like,
Oh, God fucking damn it. What's that in my eye? What the fuck?
so that's the first shot we get of Chris. And then she's like, and then for like 10 minutes, I'm looking straight ahead. And he's like, you know when you can sense someone beside you just staring at you? And then we see the clip, and he's like still blinking hard, bent over like trying to focus on his phone.
and it says beneath him and the chyron, Chris not staring at Deborah. And then Deborah goes, and she's like, I said, hi, I'm Deborah. And he said, hi, I'm Chris. And I say, hey, my husband's named Chris too. And he goes, yeah, that's a very common name. You know, a lot of us Chris's, we're all the same. And I go, oh. So first, before we even see what really happened, I'm like, even if we never saw what happened, is this damning evidence of anything other than just like bored banter at a bar? I don't think so.
We've all had this friend. We've all had this friend. You take an Uber somewhere. The Uber driver's like, okay, thanks. Get out. Close the door, please. And they're like,
Oh my God, he was totally hitting on me. Did you see that? Like, I'm in the back. The only way he could see me was to like look in his rearview mirror. He kept looking at it. Oh my God, he wants me.
like, we've all got that friend. You know, it's like he was trying to change lanes. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. And then your friend is like,
I'm hot, but no, you can't have me.
Oh, so she's like, yeah. You know, you see someone at your side or whatever. So she repeats that conversation. Then we see the conversation. And she's like, hi, Chris. My husband's name is Chris. And he's like, yeah, that's a pretty common name. Think your Chris would have some goddamn Visine for my eyes? Can't fucking see things. She's like, yeah, oh my God, he wants me. Yeah, she's like, he wants me. He goes, yeah, it's a pretty common name. And it's totally innocent. He's barely a part of this conversation.
Not only is it innocent, but you see how she fully is the initiator of it. Like, he is not trying to stir up a conversation. He's not being flirty about how all Chris's are the same, whatever that means. Like, it's her trying to get the convo going. So then Giselle's like, so you never met this man before? And she's like, no. And then Eddie came by. Happy Eddie. That's what I call him. He comes over all smiling, and I introduce myself to, and he goes, oh, hey, Deborah. He was very flirty, and I've like, if I didn't know he was married, I wouldn't have known. And then you see footage of Eddie just like doing his normal Eddie thing, just like smiling by the bar, like, hey, what's going on?
He smiled and he said hi. Oh my God. Call Gloria Allred, okay? We've got a major lawsuit coming up. Yeah, she's pathetic. I mean, wow. So did you see the thing she came out with yesterday on her social media? She tried to like come up with a reply to all of this for America. And because they call her a Muppet, you know, Candiace calls her a Sesame Street character. And so she's like, oh my God, hi everybody, it's me, Deborah. And, you know, she's kind of like got like a fly on her nose. Like she's kind of like looking at something in the middle of her face. And she's like, guys, like it's so crazy. Like people want to call me a Muppet. What Cookie Monster? Oh, you have a cookie for me? Thank you. Yeah, I mean, people want to say I'm a Muppet, but oh my God, is this Elmo? And she's got like hand puppets of the Muppets, and it's so awkward. And then she's got like this filter on her face that, you know, when you move too much, the filter goes off of your face. So it's like she's got the like non-cross-eyed filter on on. And then she's like, oh my God, is this Cookie Monster? Hi, Cookie Monster. And then the filter goes off and her eyes recross. I'm like, Deborah, girl, no. And Ashley's a terrible human being for making you do this, or for even giving you the platform to do this. That poor thing is getting dragged up and down these internet streets.
Ashley clearly rope-a-dope Deborah into coming down this path, and it was like there's just no way. The first scene with Deborah back several weeks ago, I actually enjoyed, but then with this, I was like, oh girl, you can't you're on TV. There are cameras. There are cameras, Deborah. And they're going up against one of the sharpest tongues.
Right next to me. I'm like, did you see two of him? Because your eyes are crossed. Were there two Chris's? How many Chris's did you see? This is unreliable testimony.
Oh, Deborah, you poor thing, but you did it to yourself. Yes.
Yeah. So enjoy the fucking ride, idiot.
Commercials. Here comes one right now.
So she's like, yeah. So then I introduced myself too. This is to Happy Eddie, Happy Eddie, Happy Eddie, that one. He said hi to me. So I was like, yeah, I introduced myself. And then he said, hi, how are you? Oh my God. Pregnant. That's why I was pregnant. I didn't even arrive there pregnant, but I ended up pregnant.
Irrefutable evidence. And then Ashley says that she's only known Deb for like 18 months. But her friends, the senior members of the PYTs all witnessed this. And her friends are not liars. So reading between the lines, that means Ashley is sort of already separating herself. Like, oh, I've only known her for a year and a half. And also at the same time, it kind of sounds like Ashley and the senior PYTs recruited someone to throw into the lion's den, right? Like they're kind of like, well, none of us want to do this because Ashley's like, hey, can you say this thing about Chris on camera? That'd be really fun. You could be part of the show. And they're like, no, we've seen you on the show. We see how the show operates, but we can find someone for you. And I think that's what happened with Deborah.
I think my theory is that Deborah just did this herself and Ashley ran with it. Because Deborah just seems like that kind of person. She's delusional. Like, to really think those two men were coming on to her. I really think she's that kind of person who, like, sitting at my desk right now, she'd be like, oh my God, is that your fish? Oh my God, it won't stop staring at me. I'm single, baby gorgeous. Stop. Oh my God. How did baby gorgeous already get my number? Baby gorgeous is texting me. It's texting me. It's like CVS.
Technically, I did the first text.
Yeah, your Ambien is ready to pick up. She's like, oh my God, they're in love with me. They're in love with me. They're trying to give me Ambien. CVS is in love.
How is Baby Gorgeous, by the way, your sweet fish?
Good. Wagging his see, I'm delusional like that. I'm like, he loves me. He's wagging his tail at me right now. Oh, hi, you cute baby. So, yeah, I think she's deluge, and Ashley jumped on it. And also, Ashley says, my friends all saw this, and they're not liars, but your friends were nowhere to be seen in this clip. So, yes, they are fucking liars.
Yeah. And so Ashley's now trying to do this thing where she's now trying to sort of reframe this as almost like a public service for Candiace. She's like, well, I don't want to be hard to wind up in a situation like I was, where like your husband cheats and like while you're trying to conceive. It's like, but the difference is that like Michael had years of documented cheating. He was the cartoon character who stepped into the little rope trap in the woods every episode. Okay. So of course,
the other difference is that you're still with Michael, with your pretending to be leaving Michael and all this bullshit. You have not left Michael. You're still living with Michael, and you're going to buy a house with Michael. So stop acting like, oh my God, I just hope she's saved like me. You are not saved, okay? You're still staying with it for your bag, which I actually approve of. I mean, listen, you have to fuck Gollum one time. You should have a new ring every day. That's what I say.
Well, and also, if you think about it, I mean, Ashley was warned about Michael literally for 5 or 6 years on this show, and she still looked the other way. So I don't know why I should expect anything else from Candiace.
This is just sad revenge. This is a sad revenge against Candiace storyline that's just not going anywhere, Yeah. And the sad thing is, it's Chris. There's enough on Chris already. There's like the child support stuff. Follow any manager of the W around for a day, and you'll probably see enough violations to call him on something.
It's
they
like
always seem to be having fun over there. I go there.
It's like if ABC fired Madeline Stowe and replaced her with someone like Sophia Bush. It's just a sad revenge. It's not.
Sad
not
revenge.
what we tuned in for.
Yeah.
It's sad revenge. It's not quite right revenge. So so then Deborah's like, well, did Candiace appreciate when you told her? And she's like, no. So then Deborah's like, well, next time I see him, we'll have a longer conversation. And Giselle's like, well, she's not going to let you talk to her husband ever. Trust and believe, Deborah. Where did you find this idiot, Ashley? Come on now.
Yeah, and Ashley's like, oh no, do I need to have a conversation with Eddie now? You mean Happy Eddie? Happy Eddie, the one who said hi? And Deb's like, yeah, Eddie was much more subdued than Chris. I mean, Chris was really, oh God. He like had his elbow here, but then he kind of moved his elbow over here. Oh, God. Then his elbow kind of moved over. Was he trying to elbow fuck you? Was that what was happening, Deb?
That was some of the worst piece of evidence, that she saw him leaning on the bar and leaning slowly. The elbow was getting closer. I was like, he was just leaning on a bar. He was using it for support. He was trying to get you to go to the W rooftop. Let's be honest. He just needed numbers.
So, yeah, so that's that. So then we go, my next note is stop taking notes at Wendy. Oh, yeah, I was like, I can't do this right now. So I was like, this is the first, or this is like my first day back at work. I'm not dealing with this right now. Goodbye, television. And then I went downstairs and ate some Rice Krispies treat. So I came back 46 minutes later. There, everybody's updated on my night. Thank you. This has been Watch What Crappens.
Well, this was basically a Wendy. First of all, good for you, Ronnie, knowing your limits and your boundaries.
I don't want to hear about your
gotta
fucking
find your
kidney
happy.
stones. I don't want to hear about how fucking tired you are. Okay? I don't care. I don't care how tired you are. Go to bed. Take a nap. I can't with you.
Yeah, Wendy is getting used to not working as much, not doing all the things she wants to do. So there's some like home banter stuff about a donut, where Eddie is like, I got you a donut. And then the kids are like, you got that for yourself. And it was like, kids. And then basically Wendy starts talking about Deborah, because in a scene that we didn't really get to see, basically, Ashley tells Wendy about Eddie, and Wendy is like, this is bullshit. Like, she knows this is bullshit here. She's not even gonna entertain it this time around. So she just rolls her eyes and just laughs it off.
Yeah, because Ashley's like,
The consensus was with my friends that Eddie came over and they called him Happy Eddie.
and she's like, uh-huh. So what was the issue? He smiled? And she goes, yeah. So Eddie's like, okay, so I can't smile anymore? Okay.
Yeah, when he's like, you smile at everyone. I mean, you smile at the dog. I mean, I wish I could smile, but my doctor said I have to just take it easy right now. So it's one less thing off my plate.
Yeah,
But,
she deals with this in a very good way. She's like, no one's concerned about Eddie having a conversation. He's very happy, and why wouldn't he be? And she's right. I mean, Wendy's gorgeous, smart. Like, why the fuck would he stray with Deborah? Please, someone from Ashley's PYT group whose fucking ringtone is,
I'm hot.
Yeah, when Wendy also, she probably sees it's a trap, and she already has stuff to deal with Mia. She knows, like, you got to just stay on brand and on message with what your storyline is. You can't get sidetracked into this sort of foolishness.
and they trapped her last year. So she's coming off of a season of being trapped.
Yeah.
You know?
So she's learned. So
Well, not
now-
really, because this season she didn't, they got her again this season where they made her lose it, So, but she's still fresh off of that trap.
Yeah. So only
You
one
can
trap
only
per
trap me
season.
a couple times this season, damn it.
One trap, please.
One
So, well, listen, my doctor said I've got to lay off all the traps. So now Mia and Giselle meet up for lunch at one of those, at like a healthy place, which means that we have Mia saying,
I'd like to order the Get Glowing and a Greek salad, please.
and then Robin comes in. No one knows how to actually do this restaurant. Fast casual places are like that, where you walk in, you're like, how do I actually do this process? Like, what am I supposed to do? And there's always like 5 columns of things like, first, choose your protein. Second, choose your toppings. Third, go back to your protein and decide if that's what you really want. Fourth, other toppings that are different from the second toppings. Fifth, do you want it toasted or thrown out the window? 6, what type of window do you want it thrown out of? 7, and what kind of dumpster do you want to catch it? And then just get your number. And you're like, huh?
Robin knew how. She's just like, queen of green smoothie bowl and avocado toast. Oh.
Queen of green.
But yeah, she's like, do I wait here? Do they bring it over? Because you never do know, right?
You never
They'll
know.
be like, excuse me, am I supposed to wait on you too? Do you know how long I have worked on this bean burrito bowl?
Oh God, I hate places that have clever names for their food. It's like when you go to what's that? Cafe Gratitude. Oh my God. Anyone ever, I don't know if anyone's heard of Cafe Gratitude, but it's like I'll have the I am enlightened and I'll have a side of the I am a goddess. Thank you. Can't
Can I have a side of the Buddha in my toe and a chakra vibe? Thanks.
Hi, I'd like to have a fresh bowl of I know I'm hot, but you're not. What is that anyway? Oh yeah, we're doing a collab with Meghan Trainor for part of the menu. It's her soup.
So then Mia starts telling a fascinating motherhood story. She's like,
So, Josh is sick. He was getting pain and he was limping. And I'm like, did you twist your ankle? And he's like, it's my nuts. And I was like, oh my God. Because he didn't have on compression shorts and they damaged his scrotum. His scrotum is in pain.
that's one of those when you're not a mom that you're like, TMI. Like, do you want me to sit here and talk to you about my scrotum? Okay? It hurts. I have very big thighs. Okay, and my scrotum's just wherever the fuck it wants to go. Okay, I can't tell it to go where it wants. I can't say we're on a bus now. Hide. You know, it's just like, I don't care. It's warm. I'm coming out. And then before you know it, I have a damaged nut. Now, are you going to enjoy your Buddha is my bitch bowl now? Are you? You going to enjoy that?
I'm sorry, Ronnie. I'm just putting in an order in Postmates for some My Scrotum is Beautiful. Hold on. Okay, send. Got it.
Your
It's on its
scrotum
way.
is beautiful in every single way. The video is just ugly scrotums,
It's just ugly scrotums looking at themselves in the mirror.
but calling themselves beautiful.
The next Dove
Why
campaign.
did we
is just
come
gonna be-
back?
the next Dove campaign is just gonna be a bunch of scrotums on a billboard wearing like white undershirts. Scrotums, wrinkled, smooth, dropped, undropped.
So anyway, TMI mom. So then Robin's like, yeah, Corey's balls have dropped. I think a mom can tell. And Giselle's like, yeah, I'm glad I'm a girl mom. I only have to worry about the time of the month. Times 3. Maybe I'm not so lucky.
Yeah, so then Giselle is like, well, so Karen, Robin, and Ashley and I got together, and Karen was in rare form. She said that you got a little Jacques Cousteau, like exploring. All right, Mia, I can already see my metaphor is going way over your head. See, Jacques Cousteau, he swam in the water, in the ocean, and he went underwater. Do you understand, Mia?
No, I don't. I'm sorry. I'm afraid I can't comment on this.
And then we see a clip of Karen and her at lunch, and she's, we see a clip of Karen gossiping. She's like, yes, well, I asked her, and she said they were playing doctor and nurse, and she looked at Jacqueline's coochie. Mm-hmm. And Giselle's like, I think she licked it.
Yeah, and Mia's like,
Wait a second. She was like, can you just like look at what's going on here? That's what happened there.
and Robin's like, was she itching or something?
No.
And Giselle's like,
Were there growths?
No, there weren't girls.
Did spiders lay eggs there?
No, that's Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Why are we even, what's this questioning?
Did her vagina fall off of a boat?
No, that was a viral video.
Then why did you need a flashlight?
I mean, well, I was gonna get tongues. too.
Yeah. So,
She's ridiculous. So for the whole Potomac cast, let me explain. These girls were strippers together. They partied together. They would have threesomes together. They were living their best lives, you know, young and hot, making money for it. They were both looking for an old man with a bag. Mia found him first, and now they're sharing him until fucking Gordon Peele falls over dead, and then they'll share that bag, hopefully, until the day they die. It's called sisterhood, okay? It's called sisterhood of the traveling, never on pants, okay? Let them live their life and stop acting like you've never heard of two girls making out or open relationships or anything else when we know that Karen's fucking around, allegedly, or has in the past. We know that Juan Dixon, God knows what Juan Dixon's out there doing, okay? There. We know that Giselle's husband, God knows what his ass was doing. The last guy she was dating was getting blowjobs in a park. Ashley's husband is Michael Darby, who she's still... Why don't we all get off our fucking judgment perches, okay? At least these women are doing each other and having a good time with it.
This is very true, but they just want to get Mia. They just see the bullshit. It's not about being hypocrites, because they are hypocrites.
Yeah.
It's just about making Mia, just forcing the lie out of Mia. So then Giselle's
But you can't shame a chicken nugget for having breading on it. You know what I mean? You can't be like, oh, that chicken nugget likes to be dipped in sauce. It's a chicken nugget. You cannot shame it. You cannot shame Mia. Mia is a Mia. She's not going to feel shame for it.
Chicken nugget of the cast. So Giselle's like, so why in Miami did you not talk about Peter's ex-girlfriend and you and Gordon? And then because she did say that she slept with Peter's current girlfriend. And Mia's like,
Oh, because it didn't come up.
and Giselle's like, but Peter Thomas was the subject of conversation in every single conversation. The thing is that Mia, I think that Giselle, the reason why they're coming down on Mia is because she's such a bad liar. Like such an obviously bad liar that it's just funny. Like to me, like watching Mia tell the worst lies we've ever seen on Bravo time and time again, and like stupid lies. Like she could have said, I didn't bring it up because I didn't feel like making it the whole focus of everything. I knew it would be a drama, but when she goes,
Well, it just never came up.
it's like, Mia, why do you make your life so difficult? Why do you do this to yourself?
She's not making it difficult. She's doing it on purpose. I think they're just all falling for it. She's saying these little things because she knows it's going to be a huge deal to them. And then she has something to be mad about when they talk about it. Like,
Oh, I can't believe you would talk about our personal conversation.
and it's just like, I don't know. It's like, come on.
I think there's a part of her that also is like very proud of these things. Like she's excited and she wants to sort of tell everyone, but she also doesn't want to be the person that's excited to and tell everyone. So she leaves drips and drabs, and then they start asking about it. And then she can have like this faux righteous indignation, but she's just like really thrilled that people are inquiring about her personal life.
Yeah. So then they start asking her about Peter's girlfriend or whatever, right? And Mia's like, well, she didn't sleep with Gordon. It was just foreplay. Okay, so she blew Gordon. So then Giselle's like, okay, well, so that was on your wedding night at the bachelor party? And Robin's like, no, that's not your wedding night. The night before is your wedding night. And Mia's like, yeah, the night before, because Mia's such a bad liar, right? She's like,
It was at the bachelor party the night before the wedding.
stupid.
Yeah.
So then Robin's like, okay, but then why was she at the bachelor party? Isn't that for... That doesn't make sense. She goes,
Because she was in the wedding.
okay. And Giselle's like, so she's a bridesmaid?
Well, she sang. I was walking down the aisle, and she's a really sweet girl. And the problem is we just don't get along now. I was like, really? So the girl who blew your husband the night before was singing the songs at your wedding the next day? Like, why
The
does
girl
none of
who
this make
sang
sense?
Ave Maria gave your husband an Ave Maria? Are you kidding me? Come on! Where's this wedding planner? I would get married if this is how that shit worked. I'd be in.
So Robin's like, so you shared him with Karen? Shared that with Karen? Why? And Mia's like,
I don't know, but I'm not telling her shit now. I'll tell you one thing. She wouldn't be nice if I told you the real reason why she didn't like Charisse.
and Robin's like, ooh, do tell.
Oh,
But she
God,
doesn't
we
tell.
already know. This is from seasons ago. Don't you think it's the same thing of Charisse accusing Karen of cheating with old blue eyes?
Mia's going to come up with something stupid. She's like,
I heard the street said that Karen brought 17 pieces onto the express lane at the supermarket, and Charisse called her out, and she had to go to a different aisle. It's like, really, Mia? That's what you were sitting on?
I would not be surprised. So then Karen is in sparkles at the Improv,
The first non-comedian to ever grace the stage of El Improva.
Doing the live show is me saying thank you for supporting my brand. Beyonce, no shade here. I'm bowing down to you, the queen. I got my hive too. It's called the La Dames. Woohoo! The La Dames, yes.
So, let's see. I was just going over dumb little lines. So Giselle comes in and she's like, listen, if you all say I don't support Karen in the past, this is me supporting Karen. I'm at this event and I still don't know what the hell it is.
Yes.
No one really knows, right? It's in this comedy club. Everyone's arriving. Karen's back there like in solid gold from head to toe and feather boas and dancing boys. People are like, what?
Yeah, it makes no sense. And also, I like that we saw a flashback from last week where this is after Karen said that like her fans are called La Dames, and Giselle said, so La Dames are real people? She goes, and Robin's like, La Dames? And she goes, well, I don't hear of anything called La Robins. I don't think so. There's no such thing as La Robins.
Do they have La Robs? No, I don't think so. So everybody basically arrives, and Giselle's like, oh, Ashley has brought the girl that said everybody wants to be with her. I'm not mad about it, because Candiace listens to nothing. She needs proof. And then we see Deborah down there just like, eating her cheese sticks like, it's my moment. Like, she looks nervous. She
looks terrified.
It's my big moment.
She's like trying to put up a brave face, like, whatever, I'm totally cool, I'm totally chill. I'm just with the entire cast right now, shooting a scene, about to have a confrontation. She looks terrified. Yeah. So then meanwhile, Candiace is at home getting ready for the show. She's with her mom, and Dorothy comes down and sees Candiace eating at the kitchen counter, and she's like, so what shoes are you gonna wear? She goes, the shoes on my feet. She goes, oh, I thought those were slippers.
I thought those were slippers, Candiace. So she's like, yeah, are you looking forward to tonight? And Candiace is like, yes, but I don't know what it is. Karen says she's hosting. Candiace is like, I've just done a concert tour and this is my backstage energy. She's like, Karen says she's hosting something, so we're gonna go. And it's a comedy, Candiace. I don't know, Mother. Let us go. I was like, please walk out of there with a water bottle. Be like, I just sang with Trina.
I know. Get your herbal tea. So now we're back at the Improv, and Karen is just sort of talking with the crew, making sure that her microphone is on, etc. And everyone's like waiting for the show to begin. And Jacqueline's talking. There's a video that Charisse, I guess, sent to their group text, and it was like a video of them all in Miami at the club, and all their boobs are coming out and everything. And like Karen's boob pops out. So Karen tells us, well, Charisse posted this video in the group. I mean, she's the chief La Dame, I guess, to get my attention. And because I don't fuck with Charisse, when I saw it, what I saw was Tiff and Fee getting excited. And Tiff just popped out and said, hello, I'm here and I'm ready for La Dame and friends coming soon to a space near you.
And Giselle's like, well, I heard Charisse is sour that she wasn't invited. And then we see show list, everyone but Charisse.
Including Katie Ross, by the way. Even Katie Ross got invited to this.
Oh, yeah, you still gotta love your Katie. And now she's like, well, Karen and I had a conversation about you. She said that you went down there with a flashlight and investigated Jacqueline's for JJ. And Jacqueline goes, well, yeah, because I had a yeast infection. I mean, duh.
Mia just starts laughing, and she goes,
They asked me that yesterday, and I said we were bored.
I'm like, so basically your stories don't even line up. Great.
Right in front of each other, you're changing stories.
Yeah.
So then Mia decides she's mad because Karen's running her mouth when they were having girlfriend chat, even though she just said it brazenly in front of everybody like it's no big deal, right? This is why Mia's stuff doesn't work. You can't not care, but then suddenly care, but then not care again. It doesn't work. So then Karen is like, oh, well, the audience is packed and it's not comped. Unlike shady, not reasonable, but comped. Am I right? Oh, can we please make sure my microphone works? I hate when microphones don't work. That poor guy, he's like the security guard. He's like, okay.
And then, and Karen is like monologuing about, I just love my people. They just show up and they're here to support the brand, and I'm here to support them supporting the brand. And we just see she's just talking to her bodyguard. The guy's probably heard this story a million times. So
Karen talks to everybody like she's being interviewed, by Vanity Fair.
Well, you know how I feel about microphones. The way that they lift your audio so the audience can hear what you're saying. It really is a gift.
It's a gift.
Amplifying is an important part of my brand, the Ladam brand, and I believe all the Ladams should have their voices amplified, and I use a microphone to amplify my voices, and they use 3-wick candles that they purchase from the Ladam to amplify their voices.
Power to the Karens.
So the rest of the cast arrives and everything, and so Candiace is now at the table, and the lights go down, and Robin leans into Candiace and goes, Candiace, do you know that's Ashley's friend that was spreading the rumors? Also, have you ever tried I am a goddess salad? It's delicious.
I'm Buddha's bitch is a great smoothie if you haven't had it. So Candiace is like, oh, this was the friend that Chris was touching on. And then she goes, but... She's like, look at my face. She's like, look at my face and look at her face, basically, right? I had touches her face.
Goes,
where am I?
Well, she goes, I do not acknowledge Sesame Street characters. They are make-believe. They belong in Sesame Street. Next.
So it's 8, and Karen still is not on, right? So Karen is still giving her interview to Vanity Fair, i.e. her bodyguard. And she's like, yes, I'm doing this as a thank you. A chance for me to say thank you for all of those people who allow me to do this, who proudly walk down the street calling themselves Ladams. Ladams. A thank you would be just doing it, not charging everybody $80 or whatever the hell you're charging them to come in there.
Yeah, that's right. So then they do this thing where they kind of break it down, her show, and almost like a silent film. They put up these title cards and honky tonk piano, and we see Act 1. A comedian named Robin Montague gets on stage, and she's like flapping around, and it's funny because her bit, even though Karen said I'm not going to have people do aerobics on stage, Robin Montague is actually doing a lot of aerobics.
It's about aerobics.
It is about aerobics. And Giselle's like, who is she? Yeah. And Candiace goes, is Karen going to tell jokes? What's happening?
So she comes dancing, and she comes dancing down the aisle, Karen, and she's like, I am the Muhammad Ali of live shows.
I can feel the energy of the people, and I don't want to disappoint them, so I'm going to come on stage for 29 seconds and then walk right off the stage. And when she says, I don't want to disappoint, the editors are so shitty on the show. When she goes, I feel the energy of the people, and it cuts to a guy sitting in the audience just slouched over like, oh my God, I'm so bored.
It's like, my heart is so full, I wouldn't be standing here without your support. And let me just say, pride, honey, pride.
And everyone's like,
Okay,
pride.
Okay, now I'm going to bring up this fabulous queen.
So that's all she does. She brings up a queen from RuPaul's Drag Race, Jasmine Masters, who comes out and performs her ass off,
But we don't get to hear any of it because they put on stage, budget for Jasmine's song, $0. It's like they were just shading themselves. The production was shading themselves. So we see Jasmine just like singing and dancing, but we don't actually hear any of it. And then Karen comes out. So Karen was on stage for 52 seconds. It says 52 seconds. She was on stage for 52 seconds. Jasmine Masters does her thing. Then Karen comes out in a new costume. And everyone's like, a costume change? Of course, for me and Ronnie, this was nothing new because we were lucky enough to have seen the original run of Countess and Friends when down in the Catalina Jazz Club here in LA, where Countess Luann literally did the same thing. She came out for like a minute. She addressed the audience, then went backstage and came out 15 minutes
in
later
a different outfit.
That was before she only would sing one song back in those days. Now I think she has more of a fully fleshed out.
Yeah, she had 10 people from Broadway there performing.
But it was a great show. It was amazing.
Yeah, because she didn't do anything.
She was just like an MC, and like Shoshana Bean was there. Wasn't Cheyenne Jackson there?
Yes, Cheyenne Jackson. It was good.
It was like a great show.
So yeah, that's basically her thing. And then Candiace is like, okay, get your variety show on with your costume changes. And Karen comes out. She goes,
you guys know how to party. Again, let's say it. Pride.
And I'm like, Yay. So then Act 4 finally comes, and she goes, now,
Sizzle topics.
you guys know I like to party. Now, this is an evening that I love. Sizzle topics. We're going to have sizzling questions.
I just love that sizzle topics. Like I just love certain things that are branded like that. They're just are so clearly from, like.
Well, it's hot topics, right?
Right, but it's just funny when it's like it's like going to like Thanksgiving and you run into a family member of an older generation. Like, you know what you should do? You should have something in a show have like topics on it. Call it sizzle topics. You ever thought about having just sizzle topics? It's like, yes, Dad, thank you.
Yeah. So she's like, this is where we're going to ask sizzling questions. Like, okay, we got it. So the question is like, where do you suggest looking for a husband? She goes, well, don't look for a man in church, because in church you find men looking for many women. What?
Yes.
The fuck does that mean? I guess that was supposed to be a Giselle diss.
Oh, yeah, I guess it was in retrospect. She goes, I shot for the Black Caucus and I got Ray. And Ray's just like sitting in the corner, just like so happy, And then someone asks, what has been the most powerful moment of 2022? She goes, right now, I'm standing in my blessing, even though I'm technically sitting right now in the basement of a building, but still.
And then they bring in the Peter and the Wolf Orchestra for Mia's question, because it's like a bassoon. It's like...
Hi, fam. I have a question. What do you do when you share something with a friend of yours and she runs her mouth and tells her friends?
And the audience is like, ooh, but it's only like two people.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, I think Miss Zoltan is trying to put me on the chopping block.
Is this like when she says, what's it like when you tell a friend something and then they run their mouth? Is this like when Wendy was talking about her involvement in her Nigerian restaurant and then Mia went and ran up to Peter and basically was like, this is what Wendy said. I just want to get clarification on when it's okay to run your mouth.
You can't use logic with Wendy, Mia. It just doesn't work with Mia.
Okay. I'm satisfied with that.
Don't
answer.
hurt yourself. Yeah, don't hurt yourself.
So Karen's like, oh, well, look at you. I think they're trying to put me on the chopping block. She goes, well, I love it. I love you, Mia, but stop it. This isn't your show. This is Hugo Mack time, okay?
Yeah. And she tells us, oh, sit down and go back to your Build a Puss project and leave me out of it. This is my show.
Build a puss. So then Karen is basically like, she thanks the audience and everything. And she ultimately, they say that she was on there for 29 minutes of her show. So 29 minutes of like the hour-long show or hour and a half long show. And so Giselle says that she's like, wow, well, Karen's ego, when I met her, she already had a big ego. But now it is like 25 million times larger. Rah!
Yeah, she thinks her presence is enough, and like you can't just come out and say hi. Like you have to do a show, Yeah. So good point. So then Ashley's like, so they haven't gotten a reaction from Candiace, right? This whole thing is supposed to be a huge confrontation between the lady who's pressing her face up against the fish tank and Candiace, but Candiace is not falling for it at all. So
No.
Ashley tries it again. She's like, this is my friend Deborah. You met her at the spring fling ring-a-ding. Winter's over and now it's not summer. It's spring party. And Candiace is like, oh, okay. The friend that said Chris was grabbing on her, this is her? This is her? And Deborah's like, I never said that. I just said he was flirting heavy. I mean, he wasn't grabbing me or anything like that.
And so she's like, okay, so what was he saying? And she goes, well, he introduced himself and I told him that my husband was also named Chris. And he goes, oh, so a lot of us Chris's and we're all similar and a lot of us act alike. And so then his elbow was getting closer and closer and closer. I mean, like, he didn't touch me or anything. But like, I might be the one, but I wasn't the only one. Okay. I wasn't the only one he's giving googly eyes to. And Kiss just goes, girl, like, this is Don't even try.
Yeah, she goes, okay, so he was flirting with all of your friends. And Mia's like,
Wendy and Candiace, if I put them on a scale, they're like 8+. But Deborah, I mean, I like her, but she's like maybe a 4.5. So, I mean, she's cute, but she's really not cute. She's not that cute. Okay,
She's like
not.
cute, but she's not like sexually harassed cute at a bar cute. That's what I'm saying.
So now Jasmine Masters does like the closing song, and there's still no budget, and there's a lot of dancing and like standing ovation and everything, and it's all fun. And Ashley goes up. Ashley's still gonna try. She's like, okay, still is not working out. So she's like, Candiace, I know that you have some weird feeling about my friend, and Candiace is like, no, you're like. Candiace is just like, I'm not going to fall for this. Candiace and Wendy are both not willing to fall for the traps today.
yeah, she's like, girl, no, we're going. And now she goes, why would you dismiss my friend? Is this what you did to Jacqueline? Why can't we just clear the air? And she's like, no, but she didn't have bad intentions with you. Oh, she didn't. She didn't have bad intentions. Someone's husband said hi to her after she said hi first. And now you're going to try and paint this person out to be like a sexual assaulter. Like, fuck off, you know? I mean, fuck off with that. So Candiace tells us, why is Ashley insisting I talk to Sesame Street? Because Ashley is messy. She's a messy hoe. Why on God's green earth would you bring this random Sesame Street character to a place I'm going to be? Go say your letters and numbers, okay? Go do your ABCs. Go read a book to a child.
She's like, no, ma'am. And she just walks out. She goes, I'm not talking to that Sesame Street character. So tell that bitch to stay away from me. And she walks out.
And Deb is even like, do you want to chat with me a moment? She's like, no.
Because Deb's now going to try to smooth it over. Like, I just want to let you know, girlfriend to girlfriend. Like, that's her vibe now. And Kev's like, not going to do this. So she walks out. And then we get previews for the next cast trip. I mean, we only just got back from Miami like last week. But now it's time for the big Mexico trip, which is exciting because it's the big Mia and Jacqueline falling out. But more importantly, it's Karen and Charisse screaming at each other, and Charisse losing her shit in a way we've never seen her lose her shit. So I'm really excited to see this.
Yeah, it's going to be good. This show, my God, even when it's a huge swing and a huge miss, it's still good. I mean, this was one of the most fun blunders we've ever seen. Listen, even Bueller loves it.
Bueller is excited. I think this season's hilarious to me. I don't know why people are saying it's not a good season. I think it's great.
Who's saying that? Who said
There are
that?
people saying
show
that.
me them.
People are saying that, okay? But anyway, I think Bueller needs to be taken care of. So let's wrap up this episode. Thank you all so much for being here. Again, stay tuned tomorrow. We got our tour announcement happening tomorrow. So you want to be ready for that. And we'll catch you on the next episode. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Watch What Crappens would like to thank its premium sponsors. Ain't no thing like Allison King.
Ashley Savoni, she don't take no baloney.
She's not just a Sheila, she's a Daniela. Itchels. Dana C. Dana Do. Aaron McNicholas, she don't miss no trickolas.
Hava Nagila Weber.
Jamie, she has no last namey.
Sipped some scotch with Jessica Trotch.
Kristen the Piston Anderson.
She's always supplying, it's Kelly Ryan.
Megan Berg, you can't have a burger without the Berg.
You're never alone with Lacey Monteleone.
Let's give a kisserino to Lisa Lino.
There ain't no problem that Sarah Salvia can't solve ya. The Bay Area Betches.
And our super premium sponsors, the incredible edible Matthews sisters.
Somebody get us 10 cc's of Betsy MD.
Always the wiser is Allison Weisler.
She's not harsh, she's Jill Hirsch.
We're taking the gold with Brenda Silva. Erica, 500 Days of Summers.
She's the queen bee, it's Sarah Lemke.
Undo your fasteners, it's Aaron Kastner.
We love him madly, it's Kyle Pod Shadley.
Don't get salty with Christine Pepper. Let's go on a bender with Lauren Fender.
My favorite Murdo, Karen McMurdo. Nobody holds a candle to Jamie Kendall. Give him hell, Miss Noel.
Can't have a meal without the Emily Sides.
Let's get real with Caitlin O'Neill.
We want to hang with Liz Lang.
Shannon, out of a cannon, Anthony. Let's take off with Tamla Plain.
She ain't no shrinking Violet Kuchar. We love you guys.